Robert I. Sutton's book, The No Asshole Rule. Building a Civilized Workplace and Surviving One That Isn't will be discussed today. This book offers a wealth of practical guidance on creating a courteous and effective work atmosphere. Sutton wants to make it easier for us to identify and handle toxic conduct at work. He contends that getting rid of harmful influences is essential to everyone's achievement and well-being. To help you understand how to foster a pleasant work environment and deal with difficult situations, I've summarized the key concepts from the book in this synopsis. If you're ready to learn how everyone can improve the civility and enjoyment of their workplaces, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. The title of Chapter 1: What Workplace Assholes Do and Why You Know So Many. This chapter tackles the core issues of why workplace jerks are so common and the damage they cause. It creates the framework for realizing the need to enact legislation against such behavior. Consider a situation where a conscientious worker like Sarah has to cope with a coworker who belittles her in meetings, consistently undermines her efforts, and takes credit for her work. Sarah's morale is impacted by her toxic colleagues' actions, which also undermine team cohesion and productivity. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: Number 1. Recognition. Sutton helps us identify common traits of workplace assholes, such as arrogance, rudeness, and a propensity to demean others. Number 2. Impact. By illustrating the tangible harm caused by these individuals, Sutton highlights the urgency of addressing the issue. Number 3. Prevalence. Through relatable anecdotes and research findings, he shows that workplace jerks are not isolated incidents, but a widespread problem in many organizations. This chapter establishes the framework for the remainder of the book by stressing the significance of putting strategies in place to cope with jerks at work. Chapter 2 is titled, The Damage Done: Why Every Workplace Needs the Rule. The substantial harm that assholes in the workplace create and the reasons why every company should have a policy against them are covered in detail in this chapter. The adverse effects on people, groups, and company culture are examined. Consider a company where a top executive regularly humiliates subordinates, creates a culture of fear, and stifles innovation. This toxic behavior not only leads to high turnover and low morale, but also tarnishes the company's reputation and bottom line. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1. Impact on individuals. Sutton illustrates how workplace assholes can cause stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems for their victims. Number 2. Impact on teams. He highlights how toxic individuals can poison team dynamics, erode trust, and hinder collaboration, leading to decreased performance and innovation. Number 3. Impact on organizations. By examining case studies and research findings, Sutton demonstrates the far-reaching consequences of allowing asshole behavior to go unchecked, including decreased productivity, increased absenteeism, and damage to the company's brand. It emphasizes the significant harm inflicted by workplace assholes and the imperative for organizations to prioritize a culture of respect and civility. Chapter 3 is titled, How to Implement the Rule, Enforce It, and Keep It Alive. The No Asshole Rule implementation and enforcement tactics are the main topic of this chapter. Sutton offers leaders and organizations practical guidance on how to foster an environment where toxic behavior is not accepted. Assume a business where the Human Resources Department creates explicit guidelines and protocols for handling grievances related to inappropriate conduct. In addition to performance assessments and disciplinary measures as penalties for breaking the rule, managers receive training on how to identify and deal with toxic behavior. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1. Establishing policies. Sutton emphasizes the importance of clearly defining what constitutes asshole behavior and communicating expectations to all employees. Number 2. Enforcing the rule. He guides how to effectively enforce the rule, including creating mechanisms for reporting incidents, conducting investigations, and implementing consequences for offenders. Number 3. keeping it alive. Sutton discusses the importance of consistently reinforcing the rule through leadership actions, training programs, and organizational norms. This chapter provides organizations with helpful guidance on how to convert the rules idea into workable plans. It highlights how crucial it is to set up explicit rules, enforce penalties, and continue to be dedicated to fostering a respectful work environment. The title of Chapter 4: How to Stop Your Inner Jerk from Getting Out. This chapter covers how each person can stop asshole behavior by managing their own inner jerk. Sutton offers advice and techniques to help people control their conduct and avoid toxic work environments. Think about John, who understands that when he experiences stress or pressure at work, he occasionally acts like an asshole. John learns to control his emotions and treat his coworkers with respect by using mindfulness techniques and developing empathy, which helps to create a more positive work environment. So, what knowledge does this chapter impact on us? Number 1. Self-awareness. Sutton highlights the importance of individuals recognizing their tendencies toward asshole behavior and taking proactive steps to address them. Number 2. Emotional regulation. He discusses strategies for managing emotions such as mindfulness, deep breathing, and taking breaks when feeling overwhelmed. Number 3. Empathy and respect. Sutton emphasizes the value of empathy and treating others with respect, even in challenging situations. The necessity of individual accountability in stopping asshole behavior is emphasized in this chapter. It offers doable tactics for people to develop self-awareness, control their emotions, and treat coworkers with respect, all of which improve everyone's working environment. Chapter 5 is titled, When Assholes Reign. Tips for Surviving Nasty People in Workplaces. This chapter looks at how to survive in work contexts where jerks rule the workplace. Sutton offers helpful advice on how people can handle toxic behavior, preserve their well-being, and deal with difficult situations at work. Imagine Emily, who finds herself working in a department where a colleague constantly undermines her efforts and spreads rumors about her. To cope with the toxic environment, Emily seeks support from trusted colleagues, sets boundaries with the toxic individual, and focuses on her own personal and professional growth. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1. Seek support. Sutton advises individuals to seek support from allies within the organization who can provide emotional support and practical advice. Number 2. Set boundaries. He emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries with toxic individuals and not allowing their behavior to dictate their self-worth or mental well-being. Number 3. Focus on growth. Sutton encourages individuals to focus on their personal and professional growth, seeking opportunities for learning and development despite the challenging environment. This chapter offers insightful advice for people who work in toxic settings. People may negotiate difficult situations and preserve their well-being and professional integrity by asking for help, setting limits, and placing a high value on personal development. Chapter 6, titled, The Virtues of Assholes. The author investigates a contentious idea, the advantages of assholes. He discusses situations where, surprisingly, being a jerk could be beneficial and examines the subtleties surrounding this notion. Consider a high-stakes negotiation where assertiveness and tough tactics are necessary to secure a favorable outcome. In this scenario, displaying assertive behavior might be advantageous, even if it borders on asshole behavior, as long as it serves a strategic purpose and is not used to demean or harm others. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1. Context matters. Sutton highlights that asshole behavior might be perceived differently depending on the context and the individual's intentions behind it. Number 2. Assertiveness vs. aggression. He distinguishes between assertive behavior, which can be beneficial in certain situations, and aggressive behavior, which is harmful and disrespectful. Number 3. Strategic considerations. Sutton discusses situations where exhibiting assertive or tough behavior might be necessary for achieving specific goals, but cautions against crossing the line into abusive or disrespectful conduct. This chapter examines the possible benefits of asshole behavior in particular situations, challenging traditional thinking. It pushes readers to engage with others with integrity and respect while critically analyzing circumstances and thinking through the strategic ramifications of their actions. The title of Chapter 7: The No Asshole Rule as a Way of Life. This chapter looks at it as both a workplace policy and a way of life. Sutton investigates how individuals might apply the principles of the rule outside of the workplace to foster healthier environments and interpersonal connections in a range of contexts. Think of Chris, who prioritizes relationships based on respect and support, sets boundaries with toxic people, and creates a pleasant atmosphere in his social circles. Chris embodies the concept of the no asshole rule in personal life. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Boundary setting. Sutton emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries and not tolerating disrespectful or toxic behavior from others, whether in the workplace or personal life. Number 2. Choosing relationships wisely. He advises individuals to surround themselves with supportive and respectful people who uplift and inspire them while distancing themselves from toxic influences. Number 3. Promoting positive environments. Sutton discusses ways individuals can contribute to creating positive environments by modeling respectful behavior, fostering open communication, and addressing toxic behavior when necessary. People can create happier, healthier relationships and experiences by establishing boundaries, making intelligent relationship choices, and encouraging pleasant surroundings. If you thought this summary was helpful, please ensure you don't miss our content by giving us a like, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell.